welcome to this week's meditation. This week's meditation I am calling Staying in Pause. Staying in Pause, P-A-U-S-E. If you remember, last week's meditation was a meditation on pause. And the reason why we are continuing this theme on pause is because last week, a number of people reached out to me off the back of the meditation that we did last week to say that they would like to learn more about how to stay in pause mode. And so that's why we are doing part 2 of last week's meditation, still staying on the same theme, pause. So let's kick things off then with a quote, as we always do. And this quote is from an unknown source. And it reads like this. And it's very pertinent, actually, to this week's continuation of pausing. In this moment of pause, there is infinite possibility. In this moment of pause, there is infinite possibility. Now, what this quote says to me, just to kick things off, as we get into this meditation, is that when we pause, we are not doing nothing in the traditional sense. We step into, when we pause, we step into the space, step into a space of what Jon Kabat-Zinn calls non-doing. Non-doing. And what that means is that we pause doing stuff and we decide to sit in a space of non-doing, which actually is a state of being, B-E-I-N-G. And in fact, being is that state that the unknown source that we quoted just now refers to as infinite possibility. The state of being, when we sit in pause, we sit in a state of non-doing. Non-doing is a state of being, which the author, the unknown author that we quoted today, refers to as a state of infinite possibility. Pausing, sitting in pause, which we're going to do today, or staying in pause, in fact, is sitting in a different form of intelligence, infinite possibility. And so to begin our meditation on staying in pause, get yourself comfortable. If you're sitting on a chair like I am, sit erect with the small of your back against the back of the chair and bring attention to your feet as they are perched on the floor. Notice sensations in your feet area, perhaps sensations of the socks you may be wearing or the shoes that you may be wearing. Notice the feeling against your feet. Notice the feeling of the shirt or the blouse that you're wearing against your back. Feel any clothing that you're wearing against your skin. In effect, bring attention to your body. Now, this will be a 10-minute meditation. And what you're going to notice in this meditation is that there will be extended periods of silence where we'll be sitting in pause mode. And I encourage you to bring an air of curiosity to this practice. Bring an air of openness. Come and see for yourself what occurs for you, what you experience for yourself as you sit in pause mode. Watch and see the subtle. Notice what you notice. And now bring attention to your breathing. Notice the natural rhythm of your breathing. You don't need to change anything. Notice how you are breathing. Pay attention as best you can just to how the breathing is happening for you right here, right now. And as you notice the breathing happening to you, notice the inhale and the exhale. And notice to your chest and stomach as they rise and fall with each inhale and exhale. And if there are any other noises that you notice as you're sat here in silence, just watching your breathing, bring those noises, those distractions into this meditation. Welcome them in. Perhaps notice the silence that underpins them, that allows you to notice them. And now returning to the breath. As you keep on watching and noticing the in-breath and the out-breath, bring your attention to just at the end of the in-breath. Notice that subtle pause before the exhale kicks in. There's a gentle pause at the end of the inhale, just before the exhale kicks in. Let's see if you can locate that now for a second. And you may be able to extend that. We can do that together right here. We can extend that pause by just pausing a bit longer just before the exhale kicks in. Just as the inhale comes to an end, Hold for a short second before the exhale kicks in. We can do this together. So inhale and pause and exhale. And again, inhale and pause and exhale. And again, inhale, pause and exhale. And so keep on doing that now. And what I'd like you to pay attention to is the pause as best you can. I'll watch the time. As you hold the pause before the exhale kicks in, see if you can feel into it. And you do that by giving it your absolute attention as best you can. Notice the texture of the pause. Notice the feeling of the pause in your chest area. Notice the movement of the pause to continue with the breath. It's very so gentle. Pay attention to that pause. And if your mind wanders, this is what the mind does. That's okay. Bring your mind back to the breathing and to the pause in particular, doing so with gentility and compassion. And now what I'd like us to do is I'd like us to sit even deeper in the pause. And the way to do that is now that you've been extending the pause and holding and becoming curious about it, use your imagination the next time you hold the pause. And even though the breathing kicks in, imagine that the pause remains. And once you have the pause remaining using your imagination, just step into it even deeper. Sit in pause mode. Sit with it. And so let's take a deep breath together, a normal breath together, and pause. And imagine this pausing continuing as your next exhale kicks in. Imagine the pause still here, the same one, Your breathing is continuing, but the pause is still here. It's connected with the breath. And now, just as you are feeling the pause by paying attention to it, just as you're becoming curious about the pause, noticing the texture of it, do so here. Sit in the silence of pause mode. See if you can feel that sense of infinite possibility. Imagine yourself stepping into pause. Notice what you feel. Can you sense the energy, the subtle energy? Can you feel the subtle energy in pause mode? Notice there's no thinking here. All there is being fully here, paying attention as best you can to being here. And if your mind wanders, bring it back to the breath and to the pause in the breath. Become curious about this sitting in pause mode. Notice what you feel. Notice what you sense. Notice what you notice. Notice the subtle. And now, from this place of imaginative pause, imagine yourself breathing in the breath from this pause mode, breathing in and breathing out. And again, breathing in from the pause mode and breathing out. And one more time, breathing in from the pause and breathing out. And taking one more breath now. And out. And one more deep breath all the way down to your toes. And gently releasing. And when you're ready, you can open up your eyes. And thank you for joining this meditation. A few tips for practice this week. Meditation and mindfulness is all about practice and practice and practice. And then the more you practice, you begin to notice the benefits. You begin to notice the benefits as you practice in the workplace and beyond. So, one takeaway, and it's an offer, is find time to really benefit from pausing. Like anything else, it comes with practice. And so the offer is this week, see if you can meditate for 5 minutes when you wake up in the morning, and see if you can find time during the day to do another 5 minutes. And you can do that 5 minutes as you're walking, taking a walk, during your break, or sitting in the park. And finally, see if you can do one more set of 5 minutes in the evening before you go to bed. So 5 minutes 3 times a day this week. And then notice the difference that makes, particularly when you decide to pause as you go about doing what you do during the day. Notice the subtle. And I would love to hear from you. Do get in touch as you did last week. I would love to know your experiences. The final thing to say very quickly is we run monthly meditation sessions, 30-minute meditation sessions per month, each month. And so if you'd like to join us, the next meditation session is on the 28th, Thursday, the 28th of March. The details will be there on screen. Register in advance and you will get the link to join the meditation. I'm going to end this with the quote that we started with by an unknown source. In this moment of pause, there is infinite possibility. See you soon.